Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be cracking open this Transformers SDCC Hasbro Pulse exclusive Jetfire, Derek, and Solila 3-pack. This is a Void Rivals-based Comic-Con exclusive. I didn't have Jetfire. I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to get him because I also like the colors of this version. And I also read Void Rivals recently, the first volume, and I kind of like the story. Not kind of, but like, I've really liked the story, and I want to read more, and I felt like this pack just came at the perfect time. So, it's a really big box, and I'm having a hard time keeping everything kind of in frame here, and it kind of just, this is a slipcover, and then everything that's hiding is like all the product information and all this, like the render shots. But I'm going to kind of cheat in this video in that I know this is called an unboxing, but I'm going to unbox it off camera because I'm not sure how involved it is. It's a very big box. It's going to be kind of not an issue, but just it might be more headache than I want it to be for filming a video. So I will get it out of the box off camera, and then we'll take a look at everything. I know this is called an unboxing, but I feel like this one's going to be a more involved process and want to just kind of do it at my own time and not have to be entertaining while I do it. So I'm going to cut now, and I'll get them unboxed. Okay, I got everything out of the packaging and just set it out here. I didn't even adjust the wing, even though I probably could. So let's actually fix that really quickly before we move on. But yeah, so they kind of packed it in to where that wing was folded up. It wasn't completely spread out in the packaging, just because it would have like probably poked through the bottom. But we got the instructions here. A variant cover, convention exclusive of Void Rivals #1. So I'll have to get a proper bag and board for this, as you should always bag and board your comics. Some blast effects, which I don't have these blast effects yet. I have the more explosion looking ones, with the smoke. Let me see if I can grab them right here. So yeah, I've got these as opposed to these more like dramatic blasting. So I like that I now have a variety of blast effects for my Transformers. He's got his gun here, which seems to separate. Yeah, and I'll find out more about this. I've never actually had the Jetfire mold. I know this is it's repainted from the Siege mold. So I will find out in due time how good this is. And then we've got the actual Void Rivals characters on a card back, which is fun. I will most likely crack these open. We'll crack them open today. Just go ahead and do that. I have no need to keep them on card. I will probably just display these on the Autobot shelf, just to kind of go with Jetfire. Even though Jetfire doesn't stick around, at least in the first volume. I haven't read past the first volume, so I'm not sure if... Well, I know he doesn't make a comeback because he goes immediately to Earth in the Transformers book. So that's how that goes down. But okay. Here they are, out of the actual card back itself. And I'm going to need to cut these plastic ties to get them out. Okay, now I've got Derek and Solila out of their packaging and kind of posed up here. But I think it's time to move on to Jetfire and to actually get him transformed and into his robot mode, because I'm very excited to see how big he is and how he transforms and all that. So that is what I'm going to do now. Alright, and here he is transformed into his bot mode. And yeah, for being my first time messing with this guy, it's not too bad. It's got some not so great like connections, like this panel right here doesn't want to stay connected at the bottom. And there's just a few others that it was just kind of a little janky, but not too bad. I still think it's a solid figure. I like how the head sculpt looks like he has like headphones on. But yeah, pretty cool figure. I like these blast effects and the wings here. Like if I were to angle them and not just completely send everybody flying, like that. It reminds me of Buzz Lightyear, is what I'm trying to say. So I might do a few pictures where he's got the wings extended, like, and I just keep knocking down Derek. But if I extend the wings like this, you know, I just like the shape and how it reminds me of that, because that'd be fun. I don't know if he actually does that in any kind of media, but it just, I don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind. I like this mechanism here of if it doesn't disconnect the hand from the forearm, but how it kind of extends the 5mm port, or the weapon holding port. Yeah, and this panel just does not want to stay in. But yeah, looking pretty sweet. And yeah, I remember this being a feature of some kind. So okay, so you can either choose Decepticon or Autobot for Jetfire. But I, of course, would like him as an Autobot. So, looking pretty sweet. Now, in the Skybound universe, he doesn't really know about the factions. When he shows up, he doesn't know about the war and the factions, so he doesn't know to be an Autobot. But he is going to be an Autobot in my collection, so that's why I gotta have that there. But lots of nice heavy ratcheted joints, which are pretty nice. But yeah, let's do a quick comparison. Bring in the Leader Class Megatron that I just got recently. Looking pretty sick. I like this comparison. He is quite large. He doesn't... Yeah, okay, you can kind of look down thanks to the neck joints and transformation joints. One other figure I'd like to bring in is... If I get... There. Okay. So I just did the video unboxing this guy, but it is Silverbolt, aka Superion, with 2 of the other bots attached to him. So you can see, Commander class, they're about the same size. There. Superion's just a little bit taller, but I would say, Superion's got, I do have 2 other bots. I was going to say Superion has more weight to him, but yeah, I have 2 other bots on him. But yeah, that's pretty big size, so I'm going to have 2 of those guys on my Autobots shelf. I really need to make some space on that shelf, apparently. But yeah, he's looking pretty sick. And these guys, these are just fun little inclusions. I'm not really going to focus on them too much. I'll have them on the display, but I do need to read more of this series before I, do many pictures with them. So I need to get volume... I know 2 is out. I don't know if 3 is out. But you know what? Let's get him into a pose, and then we'll close out the video. So just kind of ignoring the jet boots. He can just be carrying them as he's walking. So let's set her there. And set him here. Get that leg bent so he can hold him better. Oh, come on. There. And yeah, let's pop those off. And just have him walking. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, I still have the wings extended, but yeah, I'm liking this. He's a rather large figure, but looking pretty dope. I'm very excited to have Jetfire in the collection now. Whoa! And I just upset the balance. He's gonna fall now. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good. Not good. Okay, let's get him stood back up proper. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this quick unboxing video. Actually, I don't know how quick it was, but yeah, my first time getting a Jetfire figure, and it just so happens to be the Skybound one, and I'm really enjoying the Skybound universe. The Transformers comics are fantastic. If you are not reading them, you probably should be, especially if you're a Transformers fan. Here, let's get the wings extended up properly. There, bam, and there, and there. Okay, now he's properly transformed, and I will give him his blaster, which is pretty sweet. It does actually extend into 2 guns, so I can put those on the jet mode. But whoa, oh, okay. The landing gear wasn't deployed when I first unboxed him. That's actually a cool feature. I'm discovering new things about this figure. But okay, let's get him posed like he's blasting somebody. Like so yeah. Okay, now this is where I'm going to end the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you got this guy or maybe the Siege version. Make sure you like the video, and make sure you are subscribed because of all kinds of Transformers content, both, you know, that I made or upcoming. I need to get cracking on reviews. I'm slowly working at it, but yeah. Make sure you are subscribed to see everything that I'm working on, and with all of that out of the way, I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.